Okay, so this is that natural clay I've been refining. I got it's still very, very sticky, but I can grab a handful of it now and almost start to form it. So I got about another day or two before it should be dry enough to be formable. That's what happens when you refine natural clay. You gotta mix it up. You gotta squish it up, when you find it in nature, you gotta squish it up until it's nothing. Mix it up in a bucket really, really good, and then run it through a strainer and pull all the rocks and pebbles and super fine sand and all kinds of stuff out of it, and then let it settle. And then I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, but if you see that there's a layer of clay and then there's a layer of water, and what you gotta do is it takes a few days for the clay to settle to the bottom, and then you can run a strainer through it again and pull more sand and grit and stuff out of it, and then mix up before that and run it through the strainer, and then you got to let it settle for several more days, and then eventually you'll get a layer of water on top, and you just continue to pour that off. And then let it settle for a few more days, pour off the water, let it settle for a few more days, pour off the water. The whole process can take up to a month or so, depending on what climate you're in. But anyway, so what I've done here, I need to make a wider wooden tray for drying the clay. But what I've done here is I've just taken an old speaker box, and what's nice about it is that the wood will absorb moisture from it, a lot of moisture from it, and then also just simply air drying, and eventually starts to dry. This stuff right here has been drying for about a week or so, and it's right on the verge of being able to be moldable, but right now it's just entirely too sticky, because when it's dry enough, you can grab a handful of clay and not be able to do that. Not be able to squish it out. So it's still extremely sticky. It's almost almost like the consistency of paste. So I got a day, maybe another day, and this should be dry enough to be moldable. But then also I can transfer it over to a bucket then, and then. So for long-term storage, so I can make clay projects and stuff. But this is natural clay that I harvested from. I think this is out of either Wisconsin, off Lake Superior, or this is no. I take that back. This is the 5-gallon bucket of clay that I harvested out of Bassett Creek almost a month ago now. And I've just been slowly processing it to the point where it's going to be able to I'll be able to make stuff with it, and then I'll be able to properly fire it and actually make like durable things out of it. So, but yeah, this is the process for processing natural clay. It takes a long time, but it's kind of a neat process. So, anyway. It looks like poop, but it ain't. Like this looks like and I guess the speaker box, unfortunately, looks like might have come out of an outhouse, but it's not. So, anyway, that's natural clay.